Let's talk about the structure of an EA. And note that we are talking about the code structure of an EA. There are four main parts to this: the setup, the on init, on deinit, and on tick. Think of the setup as the place where you set up all your administrative stuff. So declaring variables, writing notes, your change log, blah blah blah, things that will help your EA run. The second part, on init. On init is short for on initiation. So this part will run when the EA first starts. On deinit is short for on the initiation. So it will run when the EA is shut down. And on tick is where all the magic happens. Within on tick, you have the three main parts of an EA. The three parts are your entries, exits, and sizing. We talked about this before. An EA essentially is about these three things. It tells you when to buy, how much to sell, and when to close your trades. Your entries, exits, and sizing. And on tick runs on every tick. It means this portion, this code, will execute every time a new tick arrives to your MetaTrader 5 platform. And a tick is a new price information. So if the bid price change, the ask price change, the volume change, things like that, any one of these changes qualifies as a tick. So the best way to understand this is to imagine that you are the computer now. How are you going to read this? So the computer will look at this. It will first go to on init and run everything there. So things in on init could be, say, setting up your arrays. Arrays are like a sort of data tables. Setting up certain variables that you need, calculate certain parameters you need for your strategy. Alright, you only do it once. Then it jumps to on tick. So it skips on deinit. It jumps to on tick. And when you are in on tick, it will first check for your exits. So it will first exit any trades that needs to be exited. Then you will look for trades that can be entered. And your sizing algorithm will determine how much to buy or sell in your entries. Of course, there are a lot of other things involved as we get to the more advanced stage, but essentially, this is it. So now you're running your EA and you're making trades, making some money or losing some money. And once you want to shut down your EA, when you click shut down, it will run on deinit this portion right before it shuts down. And on deinit will contain things like, say, removing the graphics from the charts, releasing indicator handles, which is a bit more advanced right now. You don't have to know the details, but essentially it removes things that should not be there after the EA is done running. So that is the overall picture. And now we will look at the code and look at how these four parts function.